Is it wrong that I miss you? Oh, sorry. Hey everyone, my name is Americ and welcome to a brand new review for The Mentalist Season 6, Episode 9, titled My Blue Heaven. So you guys know the drill. Before I get into what worked and what didn't work in this episode, let me just break down the story really quick. So after having killed Red John, Jane is in hiding, and 2 years later, Jane meets a girl named Kim. He has a good time with Kim, but nothing happens, and later on, he finds out that Kim works for the FBI. At the same time, Jane meets Dennis. Dennis also works for the FBI. Dennis makes him a deal. Jane says, no, I'm gonna give you another deal. And then Dennis said, hey, okay, fine, I'll take your deal. And then once they get to the United States, Dennis says, what deal? So, Jane's back in the United States and he might be working for the FBI. Let's talk about what worked. Now, I have to say, the tone of the episode was actually pretty nice. It was very light throughout, and there was like a lot of funny moments from Jane trying to speak Spanish and everybody just being irritated with him. I love that even though he changes countries, he's still so irritating to so many people. You gotta love Jane for that. And I also like the fact that there was a lot of growth in the character of Jane. The fact that he was 2 years away from everyone, living what would have looked like an idyllic lifestyle, turns out wasn't that great for him because he was not super happy, and you could tell, and he could have probably ended up like that guy at the bar who was just not saying much. That was Jane's future. So if I was him, I would have been like, yeah, maybe I'm gonna take that deal with the FBI. And also seeing him take off that ring, big deal, guys. Really big deal. Is it Jisbin big deal? We'll see. Speaking of Jisbin, oh man, I love the fact that although Jane and Lisbon were away from each other for 2 years, they still kept a relationship going through the letters and just communicating and sharing. And then when they hugged together and he was like, oh, I missed you so much. Yes, it was nice. I have to admit, although I should stay professional and not ship too hard, I shipped quite a bit then. Unfortunately, those were the only moments that worked in this episode because the rest did not work whatsoever. First of all, let's talk about the new characters, whether it's Kim or Dennis Abbott. I don't feel them. I mean, I know that we need to give them time to just grow into this, and maybe I will grow to like them. But so far, Dennis Abbott is like Cho without the charisma, and Kim Fisher is like Lisbon without the coolness, because she's just not cool. I mean, Lisbon is cool, but I'm sorry, Kim Fisher so far? Yes. And let's not even talk about the fact that the whole thing of her being an FBI agent, oh my god, that was so obvious, oh my god. So clearly, the whole new characters, just so far, not working. Willing to, open myself up to them working, but so far, not really. I don't like it. The regular characters, a little bit in a weird position right now. Yeah, Lisbon was given a little bit of more to do in this episode, but I really felt the Van Pelt and Rigsby and Cho were put in really weird situations. I mean, why are Van Pelt and Rigsby even in the show anymore at this point? Clearly they have their own thing going on. Why are we still adding them in? I just don't quite see that yet. And Cho, who just seems mad now at Jane, I'm like, what? I mean, I don't quite get how they're using the regular characters. This didn't make sense to me. I didn't like that one bit. And that whole deal, oh my god, how convoluted is it? I just don't understand why the deal even exists. I mean, clearly he's a wanted man for 2 years, and then after 2 years they're like, you know what we should do? We should give him the white collar deal. The one where he's working for us for 5 years, otherwise we send him to jail, and the way we're gonna incentivize him to come is to have this FBI agent pretend to like him. The whole deal thing and napkin thing, it was just a whole mess. I didn't get it. It didn't make sense to me, and I'm hoping the next episode will explain it a little bit more. Just this much more. I hate to beat on a dead horse, but I know that in this episode, the whole Mentalist team decided, you know, we're gonna move on from Red John. We're not even gonna say the words Red John. We're just gonna hint at it, but we're just not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna switch the subject. Hello? You realize that us as viewers just watched the episode, right? You guys have time to move on and shoot new episodes and talk about new things, but we literally last week had a really big emotional moment and you guys are just not addressing it at all in this episode. And it really felt like something was missing. I honestly think that as much as I know that the Mentalists are not going to talk about Red John anymore, I thought I could take it, but turns out, nope, I can't take it. I really need them to talk about it at least once, just to give us some closure. Because I really felt like we never really got closure out of this. Yeah, who knew I would miss Red John? So basically, guys, that's what I thought of the episode. I mean, clearly I have mixed feelings about it. I like the tone, I like the fact that the character is growing, but I don't like the new characters that they're adding in. I don't like the way they're treating the older characters. The whole Deal storyline really feels like a ripoff from White Collar. I'm not liking this. If this was a pilot for a show, I don't think I'd be watching the show. Yeah, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, but so far I'm not impressed. I have to say, guys, didn't quite like this episode. Bit of a miss for me. But you know what? That's me. Let's talk about you. Comment below, let me know, what did you think of this episode? Did you like it better than me? Are you hoping for more? Comment below and let me know. And of course, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new, make sure to subscribe so you can follow more of my Mentalist reviews, which hopefully I will enjoy more next week. You know, I think it's gonna get better. I'm hoping. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. I shipped quite a bit then. Shipped so hard, remind me. That ship great. That ship great. That ship great.